Welcome to Easy Driver, the most reliable source of automotive information on YouTube. Please give us a like, share and subscribe. Thank you. In part 2 of our exhaust manifold repair series, we'll guide you through diagnosing common issues and the step-by-step process of repairing or replacing your exhaust manifold. Whether you're a DIY enthusiast or looking to understand more about your car's engine, this video is for you. Visual inspection. First things first, give your exhaust manifold a good look over. A visual inspection can reveal a lot. Look for cracks or leaks. Examine the manifold closely for any visible cracks, holes, or leaks. Cracks often appear as fine lines or grooves on the surface. Check for soot. Black soot around the manifold indicates leaking exhaust gases. This is a sure sign that something's wrong. Inspect mounting bolts and gaskets. Make sure the bolts and gaskets are secure and in good condition. Loose or missing bolts and worn-out gaskets can cause leaks. A visual inspection is like surveying a battlefield from above. It gives you a broad view, but you need to get closer to uncover the hidden issues. Using diagnostic tools. Sometimes, a visual inspection isn't enough. You'll need to bring in some diagnostic tools to get a clearer picture. OBD2 scanner. An onboard diagnostics. OBD2 scanner can help identify issues by reading fault codes from your car's computer. Plug it in and look for codes related to the exhaust system. Infrared thermometer. Use an infrared thermometer to check for uneven temperatures around the manifold. Hot spots can indicate leaks or blockages. Smoke machine. A smoke machine can help detect leaks that are invisible to the eye. Simply introduce smoke into the exhaust system and watch for it escaping from cracks or holes. Using diagnostic tools is like having a magnifying glass. They allow you to see things you'd never catch with the naked eye. Listening for noises. Your ears can be just as useful as your eyes and tools when diagnosing exhaust manifold issues. Here's what to listen for. Hissing sounds. A hissing sound often points to a leak. This noise is most noticeable when the engine is first started or under load. Tapping or clicking. A tapping or clicking noise, especially when the engine is cold, can indicate a cracked manifold. The sound comes from exhaust gases escaping through small cracks as the manifold expands with heat. Loud rumbling. A louder than usual exhaust noise can signify that exhaust gases are leaking from a larger crack or hole. Listening for these noises is like tuning into a radio station. The sounds will tell you exactly what's going wrong under the hood. Catching exhaust manifold issues early through these diagnostic methods can save you a lot of hassle down the road. Using your eyes, tools, and ears effectively will help you keep your car running smoothly and efficiently. Steps to repair an exhaust manifold. Fixing an exhaust manifold can seem daunting, but with the right steps and tools, you can do it yourself. Here's a clear guide to help you through the process. Removing the exhaust manifold. The first step is to safely remove the exhaust manifold. Here's how you can do it step by step. Gather your tools. You'll need a wrench set, a ratchet with sockets, a penetrating oil, like WD-40, and safety goggles. Disconnect the battery. Always start by disconnecting the car battery to avoid any electrical accidents. Elevate the car. Use a jack to lift the car and secure it with jack stands. This gives you better access to the exhaust system. Spray penetrating oil. Spray the manifold bolts with penetrating oil to make loosening them easier. Remove heat shield. If your exhaust manifold has a heat shield, remove it first by unscrewing the bolts. Loosen bolts and disconnect. Begin unscrewing the manifold bolts. Be careful, as these bolts can be very tight. Disconnect any sensors or pipes connected to the manifold. Remove the manifold. Carefully lift the manifold out of the engine bay. If it's heavy, get someone to help you. Removing the exhaust manifold is like unscrewing and lifting a puzzle piece out of a tight spot. Take your time to make sure each step is done safely. Inspecting for damage. Once the manifold is out, it's time to inspect it for any damage. Here's what to look for. Check for cracks. Examine the manifold closely for any cracks. These may appear as fine lines on the surface. Look for warping. Use a straight edge to check if the manifold is warped. Warping can cause improper sealing. Inspect gaskets. Look at the gaskets and see if they're worn out or damaged. Gaskets help seal the manifold to the engine, so they need to be in good shape. Inspecting the manifold is like playing detective. You need to look carefully to find the hidden clues that indicate damage. Repairing or replacing the manifold. Depending on what you find during the inspection, you have two options: repair or replace. Repairing the manifold. If the damage is minor, you may be able to repair the manifold. Welding cracks. Small cracks can be welded shut. Make sure to clean the area first and use a high-quality weld. Removing warping. If the manifold is slightly warped, you might be able to have it machined back to flatness by a professional. Replacing the manifold. If the damage is too severe, you'll need to replace the entire manifold. Purchase a new manifold. Make sure to buy a manifold that fits your car's make and model. Replace gaskets. Always use new gaskets when installing a new manifold to ensure a proper seal. Deciding whether to repair or replace is like choosing between fixing an old patch or getting a new one. Sometimes a simple fix will do, but other times a replacement is necessary. Reinstalling the manifold. After repairing or replacing, it's time to reinstall the manifold. Follow these steps to get it back in place. Clean the surface. Before installing, clean the surface where the manifold will sit to ensure a good seal. Position the manifold. Carefully place the manifold back into the engine bay. Make sure it aligns with the bolt holes. Install new gaskets. Place the new gaskets onto the manifold. Bolt the manifold. Start by hand tightening the bolts in a criss-cross pattern to ensure even pressure. Then use the ratchet to tighten them to the manufacturer's specifications. Reconnect sensors and pipes. Reattach any sensors or pipes you disconnected earlier. Reinstall the heat shield. If you removed a heat shield, put it back on and secure it with bolts. Lower the car and reconnect the battery. Lower your car from the jack stands and reconnect the battery. Reinstalling the manifold is like putting a piece back into a puzzle. Everything needs to fit perfectly to work right. By following these steps, you'll have your exhaust manifold repaired and your car running smoothly in no time. The key is to take your time and make sure each step is done correctly. Preventive maintenance for exhaust manifolds. Taking care of your exhaust manifold is essential for keeping your car running smoothly. Here are some effective strategies to prevent damage and extend its life. Regular inspections. Routine checks can catch potential issues before they become serious problems. Take the time to inspect your exhaust manifold regularly. Check for cracks. Look for any visible cracks or holes. Early detection can prevent bigger issues down the line. Listen for strange noises. Unusual sounds like hissing or tapping might signal a problem. If you hear these, it's time for a closer look. Monitor engine performance. If your engine feels sluggish or you're experiencing decreased fuel efficiency, it may be due to manifold issues. Regular inspections are like routine dental checkups for your car. They help you catch small problems before they turn into big headaches. Proper engine tuning. Keeping your engine well tuned is crucial for preventing manifold issues. When your engine is properly tuned, it runs more efficiently, reducing stress on the exhaust manifold. Schedule regular tune-ups. Stick to a regular maintenance schedule. A well-maintained engine puts less strain on the manifold. Check fuel mixture. An incorrect fuel-to-air ratio can cause excess heat and pressure, leading to manifold damage. Make sure your fuel mixture is always on point. Replace worn parts. Don't ignore worn-out spark plugs or faulty sensors. These can affect engine performance and indirectly harm the manifold. Think of proper engine tuning like a balanced diet for your car. It keeps everything running smoothly and prevents unnecessary stress on vital parts. Protective coatings. Using protective coatings on your exhaust manifold can prevent corrosion and thermal damage. These coatings act as a shield, prolonging the life of the manifold. Ceramic coatings. Ceramic coatings can handle high temperatures and reduce heat exposure to the manifold. They also help prevent corrosion. Heat wraps. Using heat wraps can protect the manifold from extreme thermal stress, decreasing the chances of cracks and warping. Regularly clean and reapply. Just like sunscreen, protective coatings need to be maintained. Clean your manifold and reapply the coating as needed. Applying protective coatings is like putting on a high-quality raincoat before a storm. It provides an extra layer of defense against harsh conditions. By following these preventive maintenance steps, you can keep your exhaust manifold in top shape and avoid costly repairs. Regular inspections, proper engine tuning, and using protective coatings will go a long way in prolonging its life. We've covered a lot about exhaust manifold repair. From understanding its role to spotting signs of damage, you now have a solid grasp on this crucial part of your car. Regular inspections and proper engine tuning can keep your manifold in good shape. Protective coatings can add an extra layer of defense against heat and corrosion. Don't ignore strange noises or poor engine performance. These could be red flags for manifold issues. If you notice any symptoms we discussed, act fast. Addressing problems early can save you time, money, and a lot of hassle. Take a moment now to inspect your exhaust manifold. If you spot any issues, don't hesitate to schedule a repair. Your car's performance and efficiency depend on it. Keep your ride smooth and reliable by staying on top of exhaust manifold maintenance. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe for more automotive information like this. Thank you for watching.